It's taken me to hard pity, and I'm so scared to see what the result is. Yes! Maybe? Yay! We did it! I blocked Simon. Dodged him. Oh my god, that was so stressful. I was like, with my luck, surely not another Xavier. Okay. My phone is overheating apparently, so... Okay. Let's look at the Kindled first. It's like a preview, right? Yeah, let's take a look at the Kindled first and see what's coming. I'm scared. That's pretty. Already asleep. MC, what are you doing? He's very pretty. Oh my god, these sounds, guys.
깨어난 타이밍이 안 좋은 것 같네.
Test you? What does test you? Carving jade requires a clear... Oh my god.
옥 조각은커녕 달 구경에도 집중 못하는 사람이 있는데 날 시험하다니.
Can't focus. Why does the dialogue skip so fast? I don't have time to read it. Maybe we should...
조심해.
What the heck? Did she just fall over? Hi, Ricky. Yeah, we're... It's not what it looks like. You know, it's completely what it looks like. What is he do? So much moaning. Oh my god. What are you looking at?
달을 보고 있어. 오늘 밤은 옥을 조각할 수 없을 것 같네.
You've been seeing more and more this game. Is she the master? Is she the master? God.
조각가가 전념을 못한 탓이지. 달 때문이기도 하고.
Why is there a master? I don't know. You're playing downstairs. And there's just moaning in the background. What? Wow. Okay, guys. My phone temperature is too hot from that scene, apparently. According to that message notification. My phone's temperature is too hot from that scene. So... Okay. Not sure what I can do about that. The phone's battery is also conveniently at 69%. Why is this my life? Alright, historical AU time, guys.
해결됐어?
Are you done? Okay, I guess we're starting in present day. She climbs into the passenger seat and places the wooden box containing a commissioned item on her lap. Yeah, I just got a donated jade pendant. Today, Zayne and she are blessed with a rare day off. They decide to make the most out of the nice weather by having a trip. But as soon as they left the bustling city, their plans were pushed off to the side because of an emergency mission. The Lincoln Museum needed help with transporting a jade pendant that exhibited unusual energy fluctuations for further analysis. For some reason, my hunter's watch isn't detecting anything. Hi, Porogun.
요즘
Yes,
들어
Otome
코어
game.
에너지 파동에 관한 보도가 많던데.
This is a spicy one too, Porogun. There have been numerous reports of energy fluctuations that are related to protocol.
아무튼
Any
일단
case?
협회에 가져가는 게 좋겠어.
We should get this pendant to the association first. They have no choice but to head to the Hunters Association's building. Despite the unexpected detour, the sunshine and good company keep her in high spirits.
왜 그렇게 웃어?
Why are you smiling like that? Zayne glances at her and she playfully pokes the corner of his mouth. He's struggling to hold back a grin. You're smiling too, you know that? I was worried the mission would get in the way of our plan. Leaning back in her seat, she pats the wooden box on her lap. Although I'll always prioritize my duty to protecting Lincoln, someday I just want to have a quiet vacation with Dr. Zayne.
아직 이르니까 나들이 갈 시간은 있을 거야.
It's still early. There's still plenty of time for our trip. Okay, so this is also how Silas's car starts. Random item causes time travel BS. Nice. Okay. As our car passes a curve, a tunnel comes into view and its navigation system chimes in.
곧 터널에 진입합니다.
아까 여기 올 때는 이 터널이 없었는데.
There wasn't a tunnel last time when we were here, right? Or I don't think he says right. He just says there wasn't a tunnel here the last time. Sorry, I'm distracted. But I would be dying on the outside as well. We were just dying earlier from the preview. Before they can ponder some more, the cars plunge into darkness. Her hunter's watch sounds an alarm. Here it comes. The time traveling. She raises her wrist, watches as the energy readings spike.
왜 그래?
What's wrong? Something's off with the jade pendant. She opens the box and sees the jade pendant nestled within it. The moment she touches it, warmth blossoms and surges. Energy radiates outward. This game is actually not Hoyoverse's. The Hoyoverse game we just did was Tears of Themis, actually. So we finished Tears of Themis. It was very sweet. We're actually doing a different company's game. As if awakened by the pendant, her evol activates and triggers a resonance. The energy that bursts from the jade pendant becomes stronger and stronger, accompanied by the threshold beeping from her watch. Zayne, Before the blinding white light engulfs everything, she's unable to grasp Zayne's hand as he reaches out. Yes, this is the other one. This is Love in Deep Space. And I guess the deep space is taking us to another time. We've time traveled. Blow Winter's Post and 3 Pavilions prelude here. Get them before they disappear.
따끈따끈한 증병 있어요. 달고 쫀득해요.
A hot and fresh out of the pot, sweet sticky rice by tangao? I don't know what that is. After resonating with the ancient jade pendant that hums with protocore energy, she finds herself in a town centered around jade. It really is deep, very deep, yes. The bustling streets are similar to one of Lincoln's fancy shopping districts, but the people here are dressed differently. It's already been 3 days. I'm so worried about my phone right now. So far, she's passed off as a jade sensor to make money. Zayne, I wonder if you're here too. She's been traveling for 3 days without him? Is she gonna be alright? It means white sugar cake. Okay. Bye. Makes sense. Yes, Porokun, thank you. I did get the Genshin codes.
누나, 저 또 왔어요. 이 돌 안에 옥이 들어있는지 한번 봐주세요.
Nuna, I'm back again. Can you check if there's jade in this rock? Sure thing. 5 cents, same as always. Maybe she's imagining things, but ever since she touched the jade pendant, she feels like she can sense the energy inside objects now. For example, let's see, there's jade in this one.
와! 누나, 정말 대단해요. 전에 누나가 옥이 들어있다고 한 그 돌은 좋은 값에 팔렸어요.
Ah, you're the best. Remember that stone-coated jade you told me about? I sold it and got a lot of money. By the way, how's your sister? A huge grin appears on the kid's face.
열이 떨어졌어요. 며칠 내내 열이 나고 아팠는데
Her fever's left. She's been sick for so long.
다행히 오늘 아침에 대단한 의원님을 만났어요. 의원님이 동생 이마를 만지니까 바로 나았어요.
Oh, it's thanks to this physician who appeared. He touched her forehead and she immediately got better. Oh my gosh. Zayne is, well, of course he's a physician in this universe too. For Silas's card, they landed together. Oh, okay. So there is a difference in how they get together. All right. This game does not have a PC version. No. Tears of Themis doesn't have a PC version either. A lot of Otome games are just kind of meant for mobile. That's it. I hope he's not a snake oil salesman.
그런데 의원님이 동생을 봐주실 때 손바닥에서 눈이 내렸어요.
Oh. When he checked her, when he put his hand to her forehead or something, snowflakes fell. What?
그런데 눈 깜짝할 사이에 사라져서 제가 잘못 본 걸 수도 있어요.
Come on, MC, you gotta pick up on that. But when I blinked, they suddenly disappeared. Snowflakes? Zayne? Do you know where that position is now?
의원님의 배가 성 밖 부두에 있는데 벌써 많은 사람들이 진찰받으러 갔어요.
His boat is just outside the city. Many townsfolk are already lined up for a chance to see him.
누나!
He ran.
돈은 받고 가야죠!
Wait, Nuna. You should take the money and then leave. The flowers along the river are in full bloom this season. A faint floral fragrance permeates. Finally arriving at the river, she sees a small boat docked at the pier.
정말 감사합니다, 의원님.
Thank you, doctor.
별 말씀을요. 참,
It's nothing.
혹시 어떤 아가씨를 보게 되면 저한테 알려주세요.
If you see a certain woman, can you please let me know? A familiar voice suddenly cuts through the air, and the anxiety that's been gnawing at her for days dissipates. It really is Zayne.
키는 한 이 정도고 옷차림이 다른 사람과 약간 다를 수도 있어요. 웃을 때 귀엽고요.
She's about this height, and her clothes might be slightly different from everyone else's. And when she smiles, it's very cute. Oh my god. Zayne, you are so bad at describing people.
걱정 마세요, 의원님.
Don't worry.
아까 다른 환자한테도 그 아가씨 보면 알려달라고 했죠?
If I
다
see
들었어요. 신경 써서 찾아볼게요.
if I see such a woman, I'll let you know. I've heard everything. I'll be on the lookout for her. Oh my gosh.
그럼 부탁드리겠습니다.
Thank you. I appreciate it. He sounds so awkward, man. He sounds so awkward. Like the Korean definitely plays him very awkwardly, which I like. It makes him seem softer, you know? Like he doesn't mean to sound a little cold. He just doesn't really know what he's doing. The woman ahead of her leaves, and she quietly slips past the bamboo screen. Inside the boat cabin, Zayne sits hunched over a small table. Wearing a light robe, he's diligently writing notes about his patient's ailment.
앉으세요. 어디가 불편하세요?
Please have a seat. Oh, what's the problem? Hello, doctor. As soon as the words leave her mouth, Zayne looks up at her. I was separated from someone important to me. I've been looking for him the past few days, and I can't seem to eat or sleep now. What do you suggest I do? Oh, that's not good. I hope she's been eating.
손 줘보세요.
Give me your hand. He just falls right into it. Jesus Christ.
진맥하게요.
I need to check your pulse. I can't believe the self-restraint that these two have. That they're just able to like go along with this joke. Like instead of immediately just being like, where the hell were you? I'm sure she's been eating the local wildlife. That is probably true. She's been hunting. Digging through trash like the raccoon tree. Someone should draw that. Someone should just draw MC digging through the trash. She holds out her hand. Zayne's fingers touch her wrist and send a shiver down her spine. He just touched your hand, phone. You can't get too hot right now.
차분하면서도 강해요. 식사를 못할 만큼 심각한 병은 아닌 것 같은데 설마 꾀병은 아니겠죠?
Your pulse is steady and strong. I don't see anything wrong with you. Are you trying to deceive the physician? I wouldn't dare. She pulls her hand back and leans forward, getting a good look at his face. To be honest, seeing you again is the best medicine I could ever ask for.
아, 그렇군요.
Ah, is that so?
그래도 의원으로서 당부할게요.
Even so, I have one piece of medical advice to give you. He nods and the smile on his face reflects the same emotions welling up in her chest.
치료에 집중해야 하니 의원 곁에서 떨어지지 마세요.
Well, when it comes to effective treatment, don't leave the physician's side. The moon finally peeks out from behind the clouds as the last patient leaves. She finds herself at the boat's bow. She idly kicks her feet in the cool water. She hears Zayne walking towards her from behind, and the warmth of an outer garment settles on her shoulders. Oh, I feel seasick, you guys.
무슨 생각해?
What are you thinking about? He sits down next to her, his gaze drawn to her feet splashing the water. Shh, don't speak. I'm trying to see if there are any energy waves.
물방울이 높이 튈수록 감지할 수 있는 파동이 강해지는 건가?
So bigger splashes mean stronger waves. She understands what Zayne is implying. She lifts her feet out of the cold water and scoots closer to him. I heard you're some sort of god of medicine now. I guess you've been making a name for yourself while we were apart.
그러는 너는 요 며칠 동안 어떻게 지냈어?
What about you? How have you been spending the past few days? She rests her head against Zayne's shoulder comfortably and recounts the details of her experiences.
여기에서 한가하게 잘 지냈나 본데.
Seems you've been doing well.
네가 전에 그랬잖아. 긴 휴가를 보내는 게 소원이라고.
I recall someone wishing
지금이
for a long
딱
vacation.
원하던 생활 아니야?
Isn't this exactly what you wanted? Yes, but it happened so quickly and threw a wrench in our plans. Also, don't you guys want to get back?
그 에너지를 가진 옥패가 우리를 여기로 보낸 것 같아.
That jade pendant's energy
그걸
sent us here.
찾으면 돌아갈 수 있을 거야.
If we find it, we might be able to go back. I definitely felt energy fluctuation here and there the past few days. They're similar to that pendant, but they're on and off. I wonder what's happening in Lincoln. We can't help but look up. At least the moon remains the same no matter where Zayne and she are. The scent of blooming flowers drifts on the wind. He reaches up and tucks a stray strand of hair behind her.
협회엔 권선징악하는 헌터가 한 명 사라졌으니 상황이 좋진 않을 거야.
It's not good for the association to be missing a hunter who apprehends villains. It's also a shame Axel Hospital is missing a doctor who can treat people so well.
내일은 아침 일찍 그 옥패가 있을 만한 곳을 찾아보자.
Tomorrow morning, let's head out early and find where that jade pendant went.
밤바람이 차갑네.
Getting late.
선실에 가서 좀 쉬어.
Since it'll be a cold night, we should rest. But my feet are still soaked. Zayne stands up, his gaze on her bare feet before it shifts to the embroidered shoes she had kicked off earlier.
신발도 젖었어?
Are your shoes wet? Before she can respond, he turns and crouches down.
엎혀. 선실까지 데려다 줄게.
Get on, I'll carry you. Oh my gosh, a piggyback ride. She wraps her arms around his neck and Zayne stands up while she's on his back. One thing I wish they would do, and they probably just want to keep showing the person's face, but like I do wish when they did these, because it's been a couple of instances where MC has been piggybacked, that they would just turn him around. It would just be easier if they turned him around. Takes me out, man. As they walk, she leans against his shoulder. Her fingers touch the soft ends of his hair. Zayne, what if we can't find that jade pendant? Or what if we find it, but I can't resonate with it? Which means we can't go home. And say we do manage to return. What if 100 years have passed in Lincoln while we were away? It's only been a couple days.
어떻게가 참 많네.
You have a lot of what ifs. Her fingers slide down from his neck. She pinches his earlobe. I'm trying to consider all the possibilities.
그런데 그 세 가지 가설에 공통점이 있어.
But there is one possibility that will occur, which is
적어도 우리 둘이 같이 있다는 거지.
we'll be facing those circumstances together. She tightens her grip around Zayne's neck and nuzzles her cheek against his. Yeah, with you here, everything will be okay. The next day. Weather, clear skies, and barely any cloud in sight, perfect for an outdoor trip. Personnel. MC and Zayne. Objective, find the jade pendant with protocore energy. Okay. We've looked everywhere and we still haven't found anything after all this time. By the way, that... Oh, what was it again? White sugar... something. White sugar cake. Okay. That white sugar cake store we passed by earlier looks amazing. How about we buy something from there after we check out this jade shop?
그것도 좋지.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay.
두 분 어떤 걸 찾으세요? 저희 가게에는 모든 옥이 다 있답니다.
What are you looking for? We have a fantastic selection of jade wares. With a knowing grin, the clerk eyes Zayne and her.
옛말에 군자는 옥이요, 미인은 패라고 했듯이 저희 가게의 물건은 연인에게 선물하기 딱 좋죠.
They say gentlemen and ladies are like fine jade ware. Only when they're together does their devotion shine. That's what makes it a perfect gift for your loved one.
이분이 임천시에서 일했다면 실적이 엄청날 텐데.
He would be a top salesman in Lincoln. The jade wares on display are impressive, and the clerk continues to be enthusiastic in hopes that they buy something. But unsurprisingly, the jade pendant they need isn't there.
감사합니다. 다른 곳도 둘러볼게요.
Thank you. We'll head to another place.
마음에 드는 게 없으세요?
You couldn't find anything that you
그럼
like?
저희 가게 최고의 보물을 한번 보세요.
Oh wait, then I have the best one here. The clerk brings out a brocade box and dramatically opens it. Inside is a stunning jade bracelet that shimmers with surreal green light. It's gorgeous, but it's still not what they're looking for. She closes the box and hands it back to the clerk. Zayne follows her gaze to the narrow alleyway near the store.
혹시 저쪽 골목에는 뭐가 있죠?
Is there something behind that alleyway?
이 근방에서 제일 유명한 옥장이 살죠. 그 노인네 솜씨는 나무랄 데가 없는데 성질이 너무 고약해요.
There's an old jade craftsman that resides in a house there. He has poor temper, yet his skills are second to none.
전에 어떤 타지 사람이 그 영감을 스승으로 모시려고 했는데 성질이 고약하다는 이야기를 듣고 결국 안 왔지 뭐예요.
There was someone who wanted to be his apprentice, but that person ran off after hearing about his bad temper. Jade craftsman. Only hearing about his bad temper? Wow. Didn't even give him a chance. Zayne and she exchange a knowing look. The two of them quickly leave the shop.
저기 이 팔찌 진짜 안 살 거예요?
Oh, you're really not gonna buy the bracelet? Yeah, dude. Let them go. You're not selling that bracelet. The deeper they venture into the alleyway, the stronger the energy fluctuation.
계세요?
Is there anyone here? Who is it? The door creaks open to reveal a grumpy old man. He frowns at them, and the sight of Zayne seems to turn it into a scowl.
자네 기술을 안 배우겠다고 하지 않았나?
Didn't someone say you gave up on learning from me? Oh, I guess he thinks that he's the apprentice. You think you're the apprentice who ran away before the first meeting?
눈이 조금 안 좋으신 것 같아.
I think his eyesight isn't good.
스승님, 제가 피치 못할 사정이 있었습니다.
Master, I'm sorry. I had my own reasons. So they use Shifu here. I don't know if I should say that or just 스승님.
피치 못할 사정?
Personal reasons. The old man is skeptical of Zayne's sincerity. However, when he looks at her, he opens the door and steps back.
뭐 됐어. 들어와서 얘기해.
Never mind. Let's talk inside. They enter a courtyard filled with jade of various sizes. Her gaze immediately lands on the one emitting with protocore energy. But while it appears to be identical, it's not the jade pendant at all. It's a chunk of raw jade that's the size of her palm. Zayne, there's our target.
그래서
This music.
피치 못할 사정이 뭐였는데? 이 아가씨는 또 누구고?
So what were your personal circumstances and who is this girl? Just go with master. It's more fun.
저는
Yeah.
스승님께 옥 세공법을 배우고 싶어서 왔습니다.
I'm here because I still want to learn how to carve jade from you.
그럼 전에는 왜 약속을 어긴 거야?
So why did you break your promise?
집안에서 저희 두 사람이 만나는 것을 반대해서 멋대로 사람을 보내 제가 기술을 안 배운다고 전한 겁니다. 집안에서 저희 두 사람이 만나는 것을 반대해서 멋대로 사람을 보내 제가 기술을 안 배운다고 전한 겁니다.
Some people in my family didn't approve of me meeting with this person. I'm assuming it's MC. So, all on their own, they said that I wasn't interested anymore. Oh my gosh.
그렇다면 이 상황은
And so the situation, the old man gives MC a look and then glances at Zayne. His expression goes from puzzled to empathetic. He snorts.
사랑의 도피로군.
You eloped. Zayne's ears slowly turn red and she blushes.
제가 옥 세공법을 배우려고 하는 이유는 직접 옥패를 만들고 싶기 때문입니다.
The reason I want to learn how to carve jade stems from wanting to make a pendant. He takes her hand that's under her sleeve. He gently squeezes it.
그리고 이 사람에게 주고 싶습니다.
And because I want to give it to her.
사랑의 증표를 만들려는 거였군.
So it's to
그런데
make a
옥을 조각하는 데
token.
있어서 제일 중요한 건 평온한 마음가짐이야. 정신이 안정되어야 해.
The most important thing to carving jade is a steady hand and a clear mind.
잡념이 많아서 전념할 수 없으면 좋은 작품을 만들 수가 없지.
If there are too many things on your mind, you won't be able to make anything good.
사랑의 증표를 만들기 위해 온 마음을 다해 기술을 배우는 것도 어떻게 보면 전념이 아닙니까?
When you put your heart into learning how to carve a love token, no matter how you look at it, isn't that also a type of focus?
젊은 녀석이 말은 잘하는군.
You speak well, young man.
미리 말해두는데 배우는 건 배우는 거고 내 옥석은 싸구려가 아니니까 돈을 따로 받을 거야.
In any case, lessons are lessons, but jade isn't cheap. Money is a separate matter. The two of them sweet talk their way into using that jade chunk. They claim they have a special connection to it. I mean, they kind of do. It's strange, even though the energy emanating from it is exactly like the protocore energy from the pendant, she can't resonate with it. And after brainstorming for a bit, they decide to try turning this jade into a pendant. So they have to turn it into the pendant that they got to get back into time. 10, 20, 30, 50. Alright, let's call it a day.
누나, 아직 낮인데 벌써 돌아가려고요?
It's still early. You're already leaving? I have to leave. I have to deal with some things.
요즘 맨날 그렇게 말하잖아요.
You always say that.
또 단고집에 줄 서러 가는 거죠? 그 의원님이 간식을 좋아하시나 봐요?
Aren't you just going to line up for for the white sugar cake? That physician sure does like sweet things. You're right, but I have other errands to do. His brows furrow in confusion. She can't help but chuckle and mess with his already crooked bun. Fetch him after class. Holding a bag of fresh white sugar cake, he arrives at the alleyway where the craftsman lives. And like before, it's not long until the new apprentice emerges from the craftsman's residence. Here he is. The apprentice.
또 데리러 온 거야?
You're back to pick me up again? BRB. Okay. Someone's been working hard as an apprentice. I should be diligent in expressing my support. The smile on his face widens.
학교 다닐 때 이렇게 관심을 가져주는 사람이 있었으면 하루 중 방과 시간을 가장 기다렸을 거야.
If someone had shown this much concern when I was in school, uh, mm, the most anticipated moment of my day would have been leaving the classroom. Isn't that the case now?
지금은 더 그렇지.
Yes, it's even more so right now. He shakes the bag of white sugar cake, the sweet scent filling the air. They're still warm, and it's osmanthus flavor today. Do you want some? So much osmanthus. She's about to shove the bag into Zayne's hand when she notices something. There are new cuts over his fingers. Wait a second, you have even more wounds.
새로운 기법을 배울 때는 어쩔 수가 없어. 조금씩은 다치게 돼.
It's part of the learning process. Picking up new carving techniques always means getting a few scars. Seeing her worry, he slowly opens up his hand so she can check.
스승님께서 주신 약을 발랐어.
Master already gave me medicine. Taking care of your hands like this, it's as if I'm seeing a chief surgeon getting ready to operate.
수술 전에 손을 소독하고 나면 남을 귀찮게 해야 할 일이 많아지지.
After sanitizing my hands in preparation, I'd have to bother someone to do quite a few things for me. Really? She grabs a white, round, white sugar cake. I'm still trying to remember. From the bag and holds it up to his mouth. I don't see this as troublesome. I keep wanting to say sweet, but sugar is, of course, sweet.
넌 남이 아니잖아.
Of course, you're not just anyone. Oh, was that a kiss? Walking along the street decorated in flower petals, they share a bag of osmanthus white sugar cake. They eat them one bite at a time. Oh, that white sugar cake store will have chestnut white sugar cake tomorrow. You want to try them?
매일 이것저것 먹여주고 네 눈에는 내가 어린아이 같나 봐.
You keep putting this and that into me. Sounds so weird. Do I look like a small child to you? Also, you don't need to pick me up.
내일은
Oh, whoops.
데리러 오지 않아도 돼.
Also, you don't have to pick me up tomorrow. She responds with an inquisitive look, and a smirk spreads across Zayne's face.
장사하느라 바빠서 성 밖의 산이 얼마나 아름다운지도 모르지. 나들이 가기에 좋아 보이던데. 내일 우리 거기 가볼까?
Imagine having a hillside trip on the city outskirts. Someone's been too busy bargaining to appreciate the scenery. Why don't we check it out tomorrow? Oh. It's like a working wife supporting her husband going through like grad school or something. It's cute. The scenery is beautiful. The river winds around the bottom of the hill, and there is a vibrant greenery as far as the eye can see. They appreciate the view, taking their time at noon, or until noon. Then they walk down and reach the riverbank. The water is crystal clear and refreshingly cool. Fallen flower petals dance on the current as they travel downstream. You're not learning how to carve jade today. Isn't this basically skipping class?
내가 스승님께 혼날까봐 걱정하는 거야?
Are you worried that my master will punish me? Punish you.
걱정 마.
Don't worry.
요즘 많이 늘었다고 칭찬해 주셨어.
He praised me for
마무리
making a
작업에만
lot of progress.
집중하려면서 매일 옥방에 올 필요 없다고도 하셨어.
And I don't need to come in
내가
every day
말은
to
안 했지만
concentrate.
너도 옥패를 보고 눈치챘을 거야.
You'll be able to sense the jade pendant even if I don't say anything. The energy fluctuations are getting stronger with each passing moment, but by the time the pendant's done, it should be identical to the one they had in Lincoln. As she says this, she crouches down and puts her hands in the water. The floating petals scatter. I wonder, do you think that antique jade pendant is actually your handiwork? That would be like quite a destiny thing, right? He picks up a lone flower that's stranded on the gravelly riverbank.
마치
Maybe
이 꽃송이처럼
it's like this blossom.
우리가 하류에서 이 꽃송이를 마주쳤고 또 우연히 이 꽃이 상류에서 떨어지는 과정을 목격했잖아.
We found it downstream, yet by some twist of fate, we later saw it fall upstream. My head hurts. Poor MC.
괜찮아. 몰라도 돼.
It's alright. It's okay. It's alright even if you don't understand it. Or you don't need to understand it. Yeah, please. Her poor little raccoon brain can't handle this. A soft tap lands on her forehead from his index
나
finger.
좀 봐.
Look at me. Too much eye contact. She raises her head, and suddenly a cool touch graces her as he tucks the flower behind her ear. The jade pendant will be finished once a few more days have passed. Tomorrow they'll take it to the craftsman's house, which also means this elopement will end. After dinner, she walks up to Zayne's little table. She's mesmerized by the jade pendant that's almost complete. Even if you're pretending to be a half-trained apprentice, you're talented.
옥 감별 사업도 아주 잘 되고 있잖아.
And your business is going well today, or going well as well. It's a win-win, right? I save us money and you carve some jade. The jade pendant is as smooth as silk. She traces the intricate patterns with her finger. Zayne, can I try? Surprisingly, he steps back. He offers the carving knife.
해봐.
Try it. But what if I mess up? All that hard work you put in.
이게 정말로 우리가 임천시에서 본 그 옥패라면
If this is the same jade pendant that we have
우리가
in
함께
Mulan,
완성하는 게 더 의미 있을 거야.
it'll have even more meaning if we finish it together. And she just gropes him. I don't know why. He sits on Zayne's lap, mimicking his movements earlier. He picks up the carving knife.
자세는 좋네.
Oh no. Zayne's warm hands quickly envelop hers. It's a stark contrast to the cool jade.
손가락에 힘을 좀 풀어. 그렇게 세게 줄 필요 없어.
Relax your fingers. You don't need to hold on to it so tightly. Like this? The carving knife touches the cool jade. She follows the lines he already made, pinning them each time.
이 부분은 살짝 힘을 줘야 해.
And use a
한번
little
더 해봐.
more force for this part. Try it again. Seeing her get the hang of it, Zayne lets go of her hand. The cabin is quiet. The only noise she hears is his breath tickling the back of her neck and her ear. Zayne, look. After working for so long, she sets down the tools. These were the results. She turns around. The man behind her is bathed in moonlight. She finds herself face to face with a gaze calmer and softer than the moon's glow. Oh. How did you...
계속해야지.
You want to keep going? Wait, what? Their faces are centimeters apart. Even the impact of heartbeats is palpable. Well, do you want to keep going? She's sitting in his lap, so she should feel if he wants to keep going, right? As the moonlight's luminescence grows like embers being stoked, Zayne's eyes return to the jade pendant she set down. A faint smile plays on his lips.
나머지는 나한테 맡겨.
Leave the rest to me. She gets up to sit by the window. The cool breeze above the river washes over her, and the warmth from before slowly fades away. Moonlight paints the river a striking silver, and a perfect image of the moon sits on the water surface. She reaches out in an attempt to hold the moon's reflection. The sound makes her turn her head, and there stands Zayne, his chin propped up on his... He's watching her, a spark of curiosity in his eyes. What, do you want to appreciate the moon, or is the scenery too beautiful for carving jade?
달을 보는 것만으로는 부족해서 물에 비친 달을 건지려는 네 모습이 재미있어서. 달을 보는 것만으로는 부족해서 물에 비친 달을 건지려는 네 모습이 재미있어서.
You can't... Just looking at the moon isn't enough. So watching you chase the moon's reflections in the water is interesting. Zayne. He's cute. The moon's reflection on the water surface is the complete circle. Chirping crickets along the riverbank begin to sing a new song. If all goes well, we should be back in Lincoln by tomorrow around this time. The faint sounds of water lapping against the boat's side with her quiet murmur. Oh, here it is. Do you think there's a moon as beautiful as the one watching over Lincoln right now? Already asleep. Here it comes.
깨어난 타이밍이 안 좋은 것 같네.
My timing is bad. Like the waking up, obviously. Having Jade requires focus, so let's test.
옥 조각은커녕 달구경에도 집중 못하는 사람이 있는데
While carving intricate patterns
날 시험하다니.
and even looking at the moon, you can't concentrate. But you say that you want to test me. I can't focus on anything, but you can't. I can't focus on anything, but you can't maintain clear. Maybe we shouldn't stay together. Oh my.
조심해.
Okay, so she's getting up and somehow she fell. Careful. Wow. What are you looking at?
달을 보고 있어.
Moon.
오늘 밤은 옥을 조각할 수 없을 것 같네.
I don't think we'll be able to carve any jade tonight. Your master won't be too thrilled if you fail to hand over the finished pendant tomorrow. Oh, okay, his actual master.
그렇다면
Then we'll just have to, or that in that case. Wow. Okay.
조각가가 전념을 못한 탓이지. 달 때문이기도 하고.
Wow. On a boat. A finished jade pendant sits inside a box. The old jade craftsman holds the pendant up, his brow is furrowed, and for the first time she sees nervousness on Zayne's face.
아직 기술이 어설프고 문양도 세밀하.
Despite his critique, the old man can't help but turn the pendant over in his hand. His gaze reveals a hint of admiration.
내가 전에 말한 대로 조각할 때 평온한 마음으로 임했나?
Did you remember to keep your head steady and your hand steady and your mind clear while you were carving this? Zayne and MC exchange a look before they sheepishly avert their gazes.
됐어.
Sorry, teacher, they got horny.
내가
Whatever, take it back. Before Zayne can say anything, the old man puts the pendant in the box and shoves it their way.
아직 부족한 게 많지만 이 정도면 하산해도 되겠어.
It's still lacking quite a bit, but even so, you did a good job. Fantastic.
감사합니다, 스승님.
Thank you, master. Before the old man, he places a pouch filled to the brim with coins on the table. Master, may I ask if this is enough to buy the jade?
아가씨, 옥은 값이 있어도 정은 값이 없다는 말 못 들어봤어?
Haven't you heard that? Oh, wait, hang on a second. Did they carve that jade while banging? I think they did it while like horny, but they banged in the middle,
아가씨,
and then
옥은
they
값이 있어도 정은 값이 없다는 말 못 들어봤어?
took a moment to bang, and then they went back to doing it or to carving the jade. I think that's what happened, from what I recall. Jade has a price, but love is priceless.
사랑의 징표인데 내가 어떻게 돈을 받아?
How could I take money for a love token? Aww. Then why did she work so hard? They leave the craftsman's place. The sky is dyed in Twilight's colors, and many shops are closed for the night. The area's daytime bustle fades. Some people hurry home while others, exhausted from work, shuffle along. With their worries gone, they walk hand in hand to the city outskirts. When they pass the jade shop they visited earlier, they can't help but stop for a few moments. You have good taste. The jade bracelet is our shop's greatest treasure, perfect for commemorating a special bond. Before long, a couple with beaming smiles leaves the building. The girl wears a jade bracelet on her wrist. Oops, they missed their chance. I'm happy for that clerk. He finally sold the store's most prized possession.
옥팔찌도 잘 됐지. 드디어 주인을 만났으니까.
And that bracelet and I'm happy for that bracelet. It finally found its owner. Moonlight shimmers like spilled silver paint. Zayne and she sit side by side on the boat. The jade pendant emanates with the energy that whisks them away from Lincoln. It's begging to be resonated with. Before she can touch it, Zayne moves it out of her reach.
잠깐만.
Wait a moment.
처음에는 임천시로 돌아가기 위해 이 옥패를 조각했지만
Our original plan was to use this to return to Lincoln, but he takes her hand and places the beautiful carving in her.
너한테 만들어주고 싶다고 한 말도 진심이었어.
I really meant it when I said I wanted you to have it. The pendant emits a soft glow like moonlight. A warm energy washes over and she triggers a resonance. Okay, time to head back.
이번에는 내 손 꼭 잡아야 해.
This time, hold tightly onto my hand. His gaze bathed in... you have to hold tightly onto my hand. His gaze bathed in moonlight possesses a silent intensity that speaks volumes. So they don't get separated. From now on, her hand will always find his. Aww, cute. That was simple, but sweet. And yes, they banged. Are they gonna bang in all of the special cards from now on? Like, seriously.